Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So what an incredible week ahead. So banks collapsing, the Fed coming out and saving the bank depositors and just lending out new facilities to the banks and causing the market is easing. So that is why we see this huge pump, and it will continue as things going forward. This week there will be an FOMC meeting, so let's dive in. My name is Mike Dankler from CorionX, and also our global mission, the Crypto Minds, global educational things that are happening here. So guys, smash those like, push the bell and notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those like is helping out the YouTube algorithm, so appreciate all your likes. So let's go and check out our favorite bubble chart. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial investment advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. So guys, as you see on the daily chart, Conflux is up almost 20%, Stacks up 15%. This is a Bitcoin smart contract layer 2 solution. Solana, Synthetics, EOS, Aaron, Loopring, Link are pumping. So we see also altcoins started their pump, and Bitcoin is traded about 28,000 US dollar, up almost 4%, and Ethereum is down a little bit, just under 1,800 US dollars. So we see, if we are looking back, Bitcoin on the weekly up 27%, and most of the altcoins, as you see here, are just not reaching those highs as they are lagging. So now the Bitcoin is the front runner, and I think we will see altcoins coming after. So let's go and check out our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index. It is at 66, so we are in the greed zone. So guys, if we are looking back 1 year, we see that after a long period of time being in the extreme fear zone, now the index consolidated around the neutral zone, and then now we are in the greed zone. So let's go and check out our first news, that Bitcoin levels to watch as BTC price highest weekly close in 9 months. So this was the highest weekly close, and also we broke the 200-week moving average, and that's good if we flip on the 200-week moving average. Bitcoin bulls must step in to protect 26,000. So yes, they protected, because we are when I'm recording this video, we already closed the week, holding my long position while we are about 25,500, but ultimately we lost 27,000 support, so we are likely to come down and test around 26,100. So actually we haven't came down to this 26,100. Bitcoin is about 28,000. So the key is for the bulls to absolutely step in, and that the moment. Okay, so what else do we have? Some charting here that Bitcoin is retesting this 26,800 zones, and then going to stay above. That would be a bullish, and that's happened as exactly as predicted here. Head to test now. I have got one more test. It will probably break and cause a deeper and harsh correction, holding about 28,500 next. So 28,500 is the next level to watch. From wrecked capital several months later, and BTC has finally broken out from this accumulation zone. This accumulation range was calculated based on the historical depth cross retracement theory mentioned in the thread. So that was this death cross retracement levels, and now we are about the 200-week moving average, and overall that's bullish. And also this zone, we left this zone. Cool. When an old multi-month BTC downtrend gets broken, a new BTC multi-month uptrend emerges. One of various weekend tweets post read. So that's bullish. So I think breaking 200-week moving average, that's bullish. And yeah, so that it is. Let's go to our next news, that UBS Bank reportedly offers to buy Credit Suisse for up to $1 billion. So guys, that was the news that the okay, Swiss bank Credit Suisse is seen the day after its shares dropped approximately 30% on March 16th, and its Orlecon office building Zurich. Credit Suisse has reportedly asked the Swiss government for support following the refusal of Saudi backers to provide any more money. The sharp drop in share price sent shares of other major European banks down. The distribution is coming on the heels of the failure of Silicon Bank US. So FINMA and the Swiss government just bailed out Credit Suisse, and they are pushing UBS to buy and help out Credit Suisse. And other bank related news, new Fed bank backstop has scope to inject as much as $2 trillion. Facility unlikely to be used by largest bank. JP Morgan strategist said this. Raytheon's ICF sees a window, new facility use rising by 100 billion. So this is a new facility that bank can just get out a loan against their bonds and securities, and also this is how the Fed came and rescues depositors with this loan facility. Another piece of news is 186 banks found to have similar risk as Silicon Valley Bank. So almost 170 banks has the same issue, similar to what caused the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. So due to the bank's assets being diminishing by increasing interest rates, this led to concerned customers withdrawing their uninsured deposits. So that was a bank run that caused this, and also other banks have the same liquidity issue, as they are holding low yield bonds, and if they want to make a cash from these bonds, then they would suffer 20% loss if they would exchange for cash. Okay, so this is due to insufficient assets available for all depositors. In such cases, interventions from the FDIC could become necessary. Okay, so the Fed and the FDIC is saving the depositors. Cool. Next piece of news is from Blackrock, from the biggest and the largest investment firm on the globe. So Blackrock CEO warns more banks seizures and shutdowns could result from regulatory changes. Okay, the world's largest asset manager has warned about additional bank seizures and shutdowns that could result from regulatory changes in response to the failures of several major banks in the US. It does seem inevitably that some banks will now need to pull back on lending to shore up their balance sheet, and we are likely to see stricter capital standards for banks. So there will be stricter capital. Okay, we don't know yet whether the consequences of easy money and regulatory changes will cascade throughout the US regional banking sector, and with more seizures and shutdowns coming. And as inflation remains elevated, the Federal Reserve will stay focused on fighting inflation and continue to raise rates. So guys, this is quite insane. So in the same time, quantitative tightening with raising interest rates and making banks in more bad situation, and also mortgage takers. And in the meantime, they are easing the economy with hundreds of billions of actually free lending money, but this is just a credit. So I don't like this when everything is about just credit. while the financial system is clearly stronger than it was in 2008, the monetary and fiscal tools available to policymakers and regulators to address the current crisis are limited, especially with the divided government in the United States. Cool. What else do we have from Larry Fink? BlackRock's annual letter, major takeaways, crypto. So just refresh this and come back. So BlackRock's annual letter, 3 major takeaways for crypto investors. So BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, partnered with cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase Global in 2022 to offer crypto investing services to large institutional investors. It's quite important. So they are offering crypto investing services to large institutional investors, not to small institutionals, not to retail clients, but at the beginning to large institutional investors. In this year's annual letter to shareholders, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink outlined several of the major trends that he sees in the crypto and blockchain sector. In addition to the continued embrace of Bitcoin, so embrace of Bitcoin by institutional investors, another major trend is the move toward asset tokenization on the blockchain. So asset tokenization. Okay, so what else do we have? Bitcoin. Okay, the Bitcoin is top of mind for crypto investors right now at a time when the entire banking system seems to be melting down. Bitcoin has somehow emerged as a potential safe haven for investors trying to protect their savings. So guys, many investors and many actually just people in the US asking, what should I do? How should I put more money? Should I put under the mattress? Should I put into the bank? Should I buy bonds? Should I buy gold? Or should I buy Bitcoin? So it's perhaps not surprising that Larry Fink mentions Bitcoin in his annual letter, but it's not for the reasons you might think. In fact, if you read between the lines, it's almost like he thinks that investors are paying too much attention to Bitcoin when there are many other exciting developments taking place in the crypto sector. For example, he specifically notes the media's obsession with Bitcoin. Okay, so that being said, one key moving forward is obviously going to be embrace of the crypto asset class by institutional investors. Bitcoin is going to be the key focal point of a new initiative for institutional investors as they boost their portfolio allocation of crypto. At one time, BlackRock was skeptical of Bitcoin, but crypto seems to have finally proven its worth as an asset class. And guys, another thing, asset tokenization. This leads me what Larry Fink and BlackRock are really excited about asset tokenization. Sure, asset tokenization might not be as sexy as Bitcoin at the average crypto investors, but to the titans of the Wall Street, this is seismic change in the way the financial world works. Asset tokenization refers to the process of converting a real-world financial assets into digital assets that can be traded and stored on the blockchain. So you can have tokenized stocks and bonds, and example, according to BlackRock, asset tokenizations make the job asset management much easier. Okay, so for example, one of the top asset tokenization platforms in the world right now, it's T0, which is a majority owned by internet retailer Overstock. So guys, T0, let's check if T0 has a coin or not. So Stacks, this is the Bitcoin's laser T0. There is no T0 coins. Okay, so they don't have coins, but we know Overstock. Okay, so if you're looking for direct access to crypto sector, or the investment targets could include layer 1 blockchain Avalanche, which is the forefront of the tokenized financial assets and putting them on the Avalanche blockchain. Okay, also and they are tokenizing private equities, crypto payments. Finally, Fink touches on the subject of crypto payments, which he says are taking off worldwide. Yes, Fink notes that the US appears to be lagging behind other nations right now in the embrace of crypto as form of payments for online purchases. Blackrock obviously seems to think that there is a world of opportunities here in India and Brazil, and that could be a big for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Litecoin that can be used for online transactions. According to a recent survey, more than 50% of the world's online merchants could accept crypto payments within the next 1 to 3 years. So this is definitely a space to watch. You're tracking long-term growth opportunities. Where to invest in 2023? Okay. So Larry Fink doesn't mention a single other crypto in the nearly 9,000 word shareholder letter. So a simple reminder, any of the investment ideas mentioned above is simply reading between the lines of what Fink actually wrote. So he didn't mention any specific crypto assets. Digital payments, tokenization, and guys, you should do your research, and also you should watch our channel to figure out which asset classes, which narratives could be what the main interest will go in 2023. Our market beating team of stock pickers thinks you can do better than Blackrock 10 bet stocks. Okay, guys, cool. Let's go and check out. But good to see that Blackrock is not ignoring Bitcoin, not ignoring crypto anymore. They are really well in crypto and Bitcoin. Cool. Next piece of news is no one can print BTC out of thin air, says CZ after 300 billion fiat print. Okay, so inflationary pressure. The US congressman said the government is weaponizing market chaos to kill crypto. So, no one can print Bitcoin out of thin air. Sao tweeted, adding, mining is a feature. This statement comes after multiple reports confirmed that the US government had printed $300 billion out of thin air as a bailout following the collapse of 3 prominent banks in the country. Okay, Bitcoin's cumulative 7-day growth stands over 36% with a market share exceeding almost $530 billion. So guys, this is huge. So many experts have theorizing that the US government is deliberately hunting down the crypto industry following the closure of the pro-crypto financial institution Silvergate. It's clear the Biden administration is weaponizing market chaos to kill crypto. This is why I sent an investigative letter to FDIC Chairman Bloomberg seeking additional information yesterday. So, Tom Emmer said the government is weaponizing market chaos to kill crypto. Okay, so guys, that's it. So, not a good news if they are weaponizing crypto, but a good news that they cannot print Bitcoin out of thin air. And guys, this is one of the biggest news that is going wide out there. So former Coinbase CTO makes $2 million bet on Bitcoin's performance. So Balaji has predicted that Bitcoin will reach $1 million within 90 days due to the hyperinflation in the United States. So guys, okay, so let's see how it started. Sir, I believe we have ourselves a deal. So that was a tweet from a Twitter handle. I will show you, and he so that was a Twitter user. That was a Twitter from James Madlock, offered to bet anyone $1 million that the United States would not experience hyperinflation. A few hours later, the former Coinbase executive accepted the bet. Sir, I believe that we have ourselves a deal. Okay, so under the prospect terms, if Bitcoin price will fails to reach 1 million by June 17th, Madlock will win 1 million worth of dollar-pegged stablecoin USDC. In the same way, if Bitcoin is worth at least 1 million US dollar by the date, then Balaji can keep the 1 Bitcoin and the 1 million in USDC. So he explained the thread. You buy 1 BTC, I will send 1 Bitcoin, 1 million USDC. So this is 40 per 1 odds, as 1 BTC is worth 26. The term in 90 is 90 days. Okay. He also disclosed that he would move another 1 million in USDC for another wager on the same topic. I'm moving 2 million into USDC for the bet. I will do it with Madlock and one other person, sufficient to prove the point. See my text tweet. Everyone else should just go buy Bitcoin, as it will be much cheaper for you than locking one up for 90 days. So guys, I will show you this tweet. So that's insane. Stay with me. I will show you this tweet. You can look into it. So next piece of news is Bitcoin facing massive headwinds despite ongoing rally, warns crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. So Nicholas used to be a bearish recently, but he has some nice argument that it's worth to look into. So let's quote, I definitely have to say that this chart right here, the Bitcoin to Nasdaq ratio, is what has gotten me most excited. Seeing that we have been able to get about the 200 week and the 200 day moving averages is definitely a really positive sign. But as we saw here back on the last trading day, we faded a lot of those gains. I have seen that it can hold up here because according to history, when we get up in this range about 25,000 US dollar, it doesn't last here very long. And we are in a macro environment that for more risk on assets like Bitcoin, where its on-ramps are being talked about in questions when it comes to regulators shutting them down. We have the banking infrastructure around these assets crippling as we speak. Where is the liquidity going to come from? I'm not saying the retail volume and speculators and just general investors, long-term hodlers can drive it up, but we haven't even seen the typical correction of a typical crypto bear market. But this is a question. So Nicholas thinks that we are still in the bear market. But guys, are we in a bull market or a bear market? So this can be an argument. I just don't see how Bitcoin is going to be very well in this environment, and until we start seeing more continued deviation of Bitcoin away from the Nasdaq, where it's continuing to lead, I can't be too confident just yet. So he's still bullish. It's not a problem, but also we have to look things from each perspective. So guys, next piece of news is it's about adoption, and who is coming in crypto? Microsoft. I think Microsoft, the third biggest, highest market cap company in the world, and Microsoft is testing an Ethereum wallet in its Edge web browser. So Microsoft software conglomerate has introduced an Ethereum-based cryptocurrency wallet in the testing version of the Edge browser. The new feature, of which software sleuth Albacore discovered, is named Crypto Wallet and would allow users to store and transact Ethereum and Ethereum-based tokens in a non-custodial way, acting like a MetaMask clone. So it's a kind of MetaMask clone, but non-custodial. Yeah, so okay. The crypto wallet would allow to users to transact and store Ethereum and Ethereum-based tokens. As a tester, you will use your own funds. In the event of loss of funds, Microsoft will not reimburse any loss. This is a confidential project and no details should be shared externally. Other details. Okay. This built-in Ethereum exchange that has support for Ethereum, DAI, Uniswap, USDC, and USDT. At Microsoft, we regularly test new features, for example, new experiences for our customers. We look forward to learning and collecting feedback from customers, but have nothing further to share at this time. So they are doing it, they are developing it under the radar. So guys, cool, that's it. Let's go and check out my Twitter feed. Definitely follow at MIKLOSDenkler on Twitter, and also Korean platform, and also follow laserpunk_gods, our NFT launchpad project. And also be active in the Laserpunk tweets. And if you are active, you are commenting, you are sharing, then you will get a chance to be on the whitelist when we are releasing the platform. And also CorionX is spreading some information about launchpads and how launchpads will influence the Web3 adoption, and this is what we are doing with Laserpunk gods. So Bitcoin halving cycles chart by Bitcoin Peer shows that BTC already entered the enlightenment phase of the 2024 halving. So this is the third halving, and Bitcoin entered the enlightenment phase. And enlightenment is a kind of it's a bull run, but it's not a hype. As you see, the hype has much just sharper increase. So which is the best performing asset in the past 2 years? So definitely Bitcoin. Give a like and share. So Bitcoin is just getting started, the bull run. It's bull run, as we see from Stock Money Lizard. That breakout just happening right now, and that happened in 2019 and followed by 150% pump. So guys, Bitcoin is so early, just about to reach the masses. 45 million Bitcoin addresses, and guys, you should know that there are some Bitcoin hodlers that having 5 addresses or 10 addresses. So the actual Bitcoin users or Bitcoin hodlers should be around maybe 40 up to 30 to 40 million, but this is my guess. But let me know what do you think in the comment section. The references that Balaji pointed out in the 1 BTC to 1 million in 90 days, bet in verse of 2 million. So here is the post. I'm moving 2 million into USDC to bet, and terms of the bet, if Bitcoin reaches in 90 days $1 million US, he will win. And he's talking about hyper Bitcoinization. We have to define hyperinflation in BTC USD terms, because all other fiat currencies can and will be inflated away. Bitcoin as digital gold, returning to a model much like before the 20th centuries. What is going to happen is the individuals, then firms, then large funds will buy Bitcoin. The sovereign like El Salvador and tiny crypto-friendly countries. The big move will be when a US state like Florida or Texas, or a normal country like Estonia, Singapore, Saudi, Hungary is my country, but I don't think that Hungary will buy Bitcoin, but this is just my guess. And UAE, but UAE, yeah, more likely buys Bitcoin, and then tells Indian central bank to buy Bitcoin even as a hedge. It's over. So why will it be so fast? Well, hyperinflation happens fast. We have seen digital pandemics, digital riots, and digital banks runs. Everything will happen very fast once people check what I'm saying and see that the Federal Reserve has lied about how much money there is in the banks, and all dollars holders get destroyed. Guys, quite insane. Quite insane. So people are still tuned to an analog world where things get gradually worse rather than all at once. But there isn't much forewarning for a digital event. It's 1 and then it's 0, just like the bank runs. Expect this is in central banks. Quite interesting. First, the chart of the long-term depreciation of USDC versus BTC from less than $1 US per BTC to 25,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. much of the smart money has been voting against the dollar since the financial crisis. The end is a digital drop off a cliff, almost invisible on the chart, but highly visible in the world. So guys, this is dropping from the cliff. Cool. What else do we have here? Let's check my other tweets from Balaji's. Wow, the huge bet taken by Balaji's BTC to 1 million in 90 days. What do you think, guys? What do you think? And this is the chart. This is the image that Balaji's posted. This is 40 per 1 odds, as BTC is worth 26,000 now in terms in 90 days. All we need is a mutually agreed custodian who still settle this deal, and also you can check all this that just as in 2008 bankers lied. This time the central bankers, the banks, and the bank regulators have lied to all dollar holders and depositors. This isn't your typical fractional reserve situation. The problem is there isn't enough in the fractional reserve. And also quick update from the highest inflation, sadly, but Hungary at the first place. And so guys, verse to read it, hyper Bitcoinization. So, and definitely check this out. Cool. How the hell could be the inflation the lowest in China? So the inflation is lowest in China, just 1%. Quantitative tightening and then the biggest quantitative easing to save the greedy banks. Money printing go burr. And also check out from Dan Tapiero that 111 billion reached during the 2008 financial crisis, and now almost 300 billion coming. Money printing go burr. So Adu Hayes' new articles which have the banks means that the Fed just conducted 4.4 trillion of quantitative easing under another guise. Tether gaining market cap and Arbitrum airdrop is out there. Bank failures are the worst in decades and worse than in 2008's global financial crisis. So check out this from Naval. So guys, that's it. Let's go and check out our farms. So go to PancakeSwap and provide some liquidity in the CorionX BNB pair and look up and earn a 90% APR. So guys, this is huge, and this is a constant return that you can get if you are providing liquidity and you are looking up your LPs. So you are staking here on our farms and choose the CorionX BNB pair. So I think this is the best that CorionX providing recently, and in this pair this is a bigger liquidity. So maybe we will remove other pairs and just holding CorionX BNB. So guys, almost that's it. Let's go and look on the chart. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin broke down. That was a fake out and then broke up and reached 28,000 US dollar resistance level. And if we are looking on the weekly chart, that we will see that the 200-week moving average is at 25,400. So we are above. And if we are checking the 4-hourly, so Bitcoin is consolidating and going up with bull flags, and these bull flags are working well. So you can trade these bull flags when they are breaking the resistance line. So guys, that's it. Let's go and check out our Telegram channel. So join our Telegram, and also you get all other useful information here, and definitely follow our Twitter feed. The former New York regulator, crypto isn't the reason why Signature Bank was closed, she thinks. And also guys, let's go and we are just going into and looking into Daisy, this decentralized AI trading platform that trading with artificial intelligence. So the nice rewards that we see here, is almost, as you see, the weekly performance is hovering around 1.5 and almost 5%. The monthly performance is hovering around 10 and 30%. And in March already we booked 8% in the Forex trading. And if you are keeping your balance, this is compounding every day after each trade. And then with this, the compounded profit is at 760% since April last year, so almost a yearly profit. But this is a compounding. So guys, also let me know in the comment section if you are interested in this, because then we will make a dedicated video. So guys, that's it for today. Be sure you are joining our Telegram, and also visit our farms, provide some liquidity. Follow me, Corion platform, and Laser Pangats on Twitter, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.